Alright guys, welcome back to the most amazing gaming channel in the world. Today we're going to be going over the Aphrodite build here. So the first one that I would grab would be your 3. Your 3 just basically helps you stay alive. Now keep in mind your 2 is incredibly good and it gets incredibly powerful as well. And it slows, so it's pretty nice. Anyways, to start going through, the next one that I would grab would be your soul, or I guess not your soulmate, but your kiss. Then grab your back off, and then start on your 3. You want to upgrade your ult whenever possible, just for the fact that it reduces the cooldown by quite a bit, as well as increases the invulnerability. After that, go ahead. I'll keep the 3 1 ahead of the 2, just because it is amazing how you can basically keep that alive. At this point, I do upgrade the ult, and then I put a skill point into the 1, basically because it increases the damage and it increases movement. The only time that I would really increase the 2 would be if the people just aren't doing enough damage quick enough. Like, in my last match, I had to start upgrading my 3, so I think I got this to 2 or to 3, and then I leveled this up to 4, and then I went back to the 2, just for the fact that, you know, it was a good escape because I just I kissed someone. I should use the right language, jargon. Yeah. Anyways, I'd won them, and they would like be able to get out of it quick enough, or they just needed to do that little extra damage. So at that point, I would upgrade your 1 and then go back to your 2, and then your 1, and then finish off with your ult, obviously. So start going through the build. The first one I build is Shoes of Focus. After Shoes of Focus, I build Chronos Pendant. The reason why you want to build Chronos Pendant is because of her passive. It works really well off of that. So after, wrong button. I grab, depending on how the match was going, I went Rod of Asclepius last time, just because it was nice to basically heal them. At that point, go Pythagorean's Peace, Gem of Isolation, and Rod of Tahuti. Now you might be wondering, why go Gem of Isolation? Because basically your 1, every time that ticks, it's a DOT damage. That means they're going to be slowed for essentially 5 seconds. Or, yeah, 5 seconds, because it does damage for 3 seconds. And then it's going to slow them an additional 2 seconds. So that's basically 5 seconds worth of them being slowed. If you're working with a teammate, they can then go in and you'll activate the 2 on them. Now all they have to do is get past them to push them back. If you do that, not only does it slow them 25%, but it resets the Gem of Isolation, which means there is 7 seconds. Well, you look back at here, that is 0.2 of a second. They will not be slowed by Gem of Isolation. So then at that point, you can go back, hit him again with this, and it is a deadly combination. To go through with the 2 relics here, meditation works really, really well, just because, again, the owner's health and 35% of the owner's max mana instantly get restored. I believe, now I don't want to start talking out my ass, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to actually test it with a personal person I was on the mic with. But I believe, I could be wrong here, trying to put that disclaimer out, if you activate meditation, not only does it increase the 35% of your maximum, and it goes to the teammates as well, but I believe it also scales with 30% of your mana also gets regenerated back to the soulmate. So that is super, super helpful. Meditation is definitely one that you should look into. Another one would possibly be Sprint, because again, if the person who you're not pairing up with, use Sprint to get in front of them, or if you want, use Curse. I like Sprint just because it gives you that 10-second less cooldown. If you want, though, you can grab Curse. It will be pretty helpful. Although there's not really a reason to grab Beads, because your ult gives you like the CZ. You just have to time it right. So there's no reason to grab Beads. Not really a reason to grab Sanctuary, because it grants you invulnerability. So, I mean, unless you're really screwing up and you need like 3 seconds worth of movement and heals and everything else, you don't need Beads and you don't need Sanctuary. Essentially, that means that both you and a teammate don't need Sanctuary or Beads, because your ult negates that. So otherwise, I would go Sprint / Curse / Meditation or Frenzy. Depending on what role you are going to be playing, Frenzy would probably be very good, especially in something like Joust. That would be good, but otherwise, I would shoot for Curse or Sprint to start off with, just because it allows you to get past them and be able to, it kind of gives you an escape. or I messed that one up. Meditation I would recommend first just because it's going to help you immensely. But because Gem of Isolation is your 5th item, you'll want to grab Curse or Sprint after that, depending on who they have. If they have someone, you know, if they're grabbing Curse, grab Sprint. But if they have Sprint, I probably wouldn't grab Curse, because if you activate Curse first, they can activate Sprint and it overrides it. So, yeah, that's basically the build for Aphrodite. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. She was a lot of fun to play. And it makes you feel really good when you're literally saving people's lives, or basically assisting on that kill. Because, I mean, you can attack with that, and it is, I mean, you can see, you do some pretty good damage. And having the Gem of Isolation with Rod of Asclepius and Pythagorean's Piece, it's going to give magical lifesteal. So, it was amazing. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, click that like button, comment, subscribe, all that other cool shit. And until the next time, have yourself a fucking amazing life.